Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is an honor to stand before you today to talk about a topic that I believe has the power to transform lives: staying positive in a negative world. We live in a time where challenges seem to surround us. From the news we consume to the hurdles in our daily lives, negativity often feels overwhelming. But here's the truth. We may not control the world around us, but we can control how we respond to it. First, let's talk about perspective. Life is like a lens. What you focus on magnifies. When we choose to focus on problems, setbacks, and fears, they grow in our minds. But when we shift that focus to hope, solutions, and opportunities, even the darkest situations begin to brighten. Changing your perspective isn't about ignoring reality. It's about choosing to see the possibilities hidden within the difficulties. Second, resilience is key. Resilience is not about avoiding pain. It's about learning to rise from it. Challenges are a part of life, but they don't have to define you. Each struggle you face builds strength, and each setback is a lesson in disguise. Staying positive doesn't mean you won't feel hurt or disappointment. It means you choose not to let those emotions control you. You have the power to rewrite your story, no matter how hard the plot may seem right now. Third, gratitude is your greatest weapon against negativity. Gratitude is a practice. It's about finding joy in what you already have rather than fixating on what you lack. Take a moment each day to reflect on what you're thankful for. It could be as simple as the warmth of the sun on your skin, the laughter of a loved one, or the breath in your lungs. Gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance, and in that abundance, positivity thrives. Finally, spread positivity. Ladies and gentlemen, positivity is contagious. Just as negativity can bring down a room, a single act of kindness can lift it up. Smile at someone, offer encouragement, or lend a helping hand. When you choose to be a beacon of light, you inspire others to do the same. Together, we can create ripples of goodness that extend far beyond our immediate circle. So, let me leave you with this. Staying positive in a negative world is not about ignoring the struggles we face. It's about standing tall, looking those challenges in the eye, and saying, "You will not break me." It's about choosing hope when despair knocks at your door, and choosing love when fear threatens to consume you. When we talk about staying positive in a negative world, the first step is understanding the immense power of perspective. Perspective is not just how we view the world, it's how we interpret and respond to it. It is the lens through which we see every situation, and the clarity of that lens determines whether we focus on what's possible or remain stuck in what's problematic. Imagine standing in front of a glass of water that's filled halfway. Some people immediately see it as half full, while others see it as half empty. The glass doesn't change. It's the same glass, the same water, but the perspective differs. And that difference, it changes everything. Life constantly offers us a choice about how we interpret the events and experiences we encounter. Every day brings its share of trials and tribulations, but the secret lies in shifting our focus from the negatives to the positives. It's not about ignoring difficulties or pretending they don't exist. It's about intentionally seeking out the good, even in challenging situations. When things don't go our way, it's natural to feel frustrated or disheartened. Perhaps a goal seems unattainable or a situation feels out of your control. But here's the truth. How we react to those moments determines whether they break us or make us stronger. When you encounter obstacles, ask yourself, "What can I learn from this?" Or, "How can this make me better?" These questions transform problems into opportunities. They shift your perspective from being a victim of circumstances to becoming a resilient problem solver. Think of life as a mountain range. From the valley, all you might see are the steep, insurmountable peaks towering above you. It's intimidating, overwhelming even, but if you keep climbing, keep pushing forward, eventually you reach the top. From there, the view is entirely different. You see the same landscape, but now it's breathtaking instead of daunting. The effort to shift your perspective is much like climbing that mountain. It's not easy, but it's always worth it. This principle is illustrated beautifully by the lives of people who have endured incredible hardships, yet found ways to thrive. Take someone who has lost a job, for example. It's easy to sink into despair in such a situation, to focus on the loss and uncertainty. But many people who've faced this very challenge have later described it as a turning point, the push they needed to pursue a career they were truly passionate about. And they didn't ignore the reality of their situation. Instead, they chose to see it as an opportunity for reinvention. Even in small, everyday moments, perspective plays a crucial role. Perhaps you're stuck in traffic, late for an important meeting. It's easy to feel your blood pressure rising, to grumble about the unfairness of it all. But what if, instead, you use that time to reflect, to breathe, to listen to music or a podcast you enjoy? The traffic doesn't disappear, but your experience of it changes entirely. The key to cultivating a positive perspective is mindfulness. Pay attention to your thoughts and notice where they tend to gravitate. Are you focusing on what's wrong, or are you making a conscious effort to notice what's right? The human mind has a natural negativity bias. It's wired to notice potential threats and dangers as a survival mechanism. But in today's world, where those threats are often less immediate, this bias can pull us into a cycle of pessimism. To counteract it, we must train ourselves to look for the silver linings, to celebrate small wins, and to find beauty in the ordinary. It's also important to recognize the influence of the people and information we surround ourselves with. If your circle of friends, colleagues, or even the media you consume is constantly focused on negativity, it's easy to adopt that mindset as your own. Instead, seek out voices that uplift and inspire you. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow, who remind you of what's possible, and who encourage you to see the good in the world. In the end, perspective is about ownership. It's about realizing that while you may not control everything that happens to you, you always control how you interpret and respond to it. By choosing to see life's challenges as opportunities and focusing on the possibilities rather than the problems, you empower yourself to navigate even the most negative circumstances with grace and optimism. Let us remember this. The world around us may not always be kind, but how we choose to view it can bring kindness into our lives. Perspective is your superpower. Use it wisely. Thank you. Resilience is one of the most powerful traits we can cultivate, especially in a world that often feels filled with adversity and challenge. Resilience is not about avoiding the hard times or pretending that life is always easy. It's about how we bounce back from those moments of difficulty, how we find strength in the face of setbacks, and how we maintain hope even when things seem impossible. It's about getting back up after being knocked down and continuing to push forward despite the odds. Life will inevitably present us with obstacles. It might be a personal loss, a career setback, a health crisis, or any number of challenges that can feel overwhelming. In these moments, it's natural to feel discouraged, to wonder if the struggle is worth it, and to question whether you have the strength to move forward. But resilience teaches us that our power lies not in avoiding hardship, but in how we respond to it. Resilience is the ability to keep going, to adapt, and to grow through adversity. It is the courage to face a difficult situation head-on and to believe that there is light at the end of the tunnel. When life gets tough, it's easy to feel like everything is falling apart, but resilience allows us to see those moments as opportunities for growth. Every challenge we face can teach us something valuable, whether we are learning patience through a long struggle, gaining wisdom from past mistakes, or discovering new strengths we didn't know we had. Adversity can be the greatest teacher we will ever have. The ability to find meaning in hardship is an essential part of resilience. It shifts our perspective from feeling helpless to feeling empowered, from seeing ourselves as victims of circumstances to seeing ourselves as active participants in our own healing and growth. Resilience is also about adaptability. Life rarely goes according to plan, and the path we envision for ourselves often turns out to be different from what we expect. Yet, it is our ability to adapt to these changes that determines our level of success and well-being. Instead of resisting what is happening, resilience invites us to accept change, adjust our approach, and remain flexible. It's about finding new ways to approach our goals when the original plan no longer seems viable. Resilient people don't give up when things don't go as planned. They find a new way forward. One of the most powerful aspects of resilience is that it is not a trait you are born with, but rather a skill that can be developed and strengthened over time. Like a muscle, the more we exercise resilience, the stronger it becomes. There are many ways we can build resilience in our lives. One important factor is maintaining a sense of purpose. When we have a clear understanding of why we are doing something, whether it's pursuing a career, supporting a loved one, or working towards a personal goal, we are more likely to persist through tough times. Purpose gives us direction and motivation, and it can serve as a beacon when things feel uncertain. Another crucial element of resilience is a strong support system. While it is certainly possible to find strength within ourselves, having people around us who offer encouragement, compassion, and perspective is invaluable. Resilient people often lean on their communities, whether it's friends, family, mentors, or even a support group, to help them navigate difficult moments. These relationships provide not only emotional support, but also practical advice, different viewpoints, and a reminder that we are not alone in our struggles. Self-compassion is also essential to resilience. In our culture, we often praise grit and toughness, but we fail to recognize the importance of treating ourselves with kindness and understanding when things aren't going well. Resilience doesn't mean pushing yourself to the limit without regard for your well-being. Instead, it means acknowledging your struggles, giving yourself space to heal, and allowing yourself to rest. When we are kind to ourselves during difficult times, we restore our energy and strengthen our ability to persevere. Resilience also involves learning how to manage our emotions effectively. It's normal to feel frustrated, sad, or angry in response to difficult circumstances. But resilience allows us to experience these emotions without letting them control us. Instead of letting negative feelings dictate our actions, resilient individuals acknowledge their emotions and then choose how to respond. They do not suppress their feelings, but rather work through them in a healthy way, so they don't become overwhelming. In the end, resilience is about maintaining a sense of hope, no matter how hard life gets. It's about believing in yourself, trusting that you have the inner strength to overcome any challenge, and knowing that even the darkest days will eventually give way to brighter ones. Every setback is temporary, and every challenge offers an opportunity for growth. The key is to keep going, to never lose sight of your goals, and to embrace the journey, no matter how difficult it may seem. Resilience allows us to not just survive life's challenges, but to thrive because of them. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools we have at our disposal, especially when it comes to maintaining a positive mindset in a world that often seems filled with negativity. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it is a practice, a mindset, and a way of being that can transform our outlook on life. In times of struggle, when it feels like everything is falling apart, gratitude is the anchor that can help us stay grounded and connected to the good in our lives, no matter how small or fleeting it may seem. In a world that often encourages us to focus on what we lack, gratitude teaches us to focus on what we already have. It shifts our perspective from scarcity to abundance, reminding us that even in the midst of hardship there is always something to be thankful for. This practice doesn't require grand gestures or significant events. It's about learning to notice and appreciate the little things, the moments of beauty, the connections with others, the opportunities to grow. Gratitude is about cultivating a mindset of appreciation for all that is, rather than dwelling on what isn't. One of the greatest benefits of gratitude is that it helps us shift our focus away from the negative aspects of our lives. It's easy to get caught in a cycle of negativity, especially when things aren't going as planned. We often focus on what went wrong, what we don't have, or what we've lost. But when we practice gratitude, we choose to redirect our attention to the things. This shift in focus can completely change how we experience our lives, allowing us to see challenges as opportunities rather than obstacles. Gratitude also plays a powerful role in improving our emotional well-being. Research has shown that people who regularly practice gratitude experience lower levels of stress, anxiety, and depression. When we express gratitude, we activate the brain's reward system, releasing dopamine and serotonin, neurotransmitters that promote feelings of happiness and well-being. This simple act of appreciation can make us feel more content, more connected, and more at peace with ourselves and the world around us. It has the ability to lift our spirits, even on the darkest of days. Moreover, gratitude is not just about recognizing the good in our own lives, but also about acknowledging the kindness and generosity of others. When we take the time to express gratitude to those around us, we strengthen our relationships and foster a sense of connection and community. Gratitude has the power to bring people closer together, whether it's thanking a friend for their support, expressing appreciation to a colleague for their help, or simply acknowledging the love and care of family members. When we show appreciation for others, we not only brighten their day, but we also create a positive feedback loop that encourages more kindness and generosity in return. The beauty of gratitude is that it doesn't require perfection. You don't have to wait for everything to fall into place or for your life to be perfect before you start practicing gratitude. In fact, it's in the imperfect moments, the moments of struggle, that gratitude becomes even more valuable. When we are facing difficulty or hardship, finding something to be grateful for may feel challenging, but it is precisely in those moments that gratitude can be most transformative. It reminds us that no matter how tough things get, we are not alone, and there is always something to hold on to, even if it's just a glimmer of hope. One of the simplest ways to cultivate gratitude is through a daily practice of reflection. This can be done in many different ways. Some people choose to keep a gratitude journal, writing down 3 things they are grateful for each day, while others take a moment each morning or evening to mentally list their blessings. Whatever method you choose, the key is consistency. The more you practice gratitude, the more natural it becomes to notice the good in your life. It becomes a habit, and over time, you will find that your perspective shifts and you begin to see the world through a lens of appreciation. Another powerful tool for fostering gratitude is mindfulness. Being present in the moment allows us to truly appreciate the beauty around us, whether it's the warmth of the sun on our skin, the laughter of a loved one, or the simple act of enjoying a cup of coffee in the morning. When we are fully present, we can experience gratitude more deeply because we are not distracted by worries about the future or regrets about the past. Mindfulness teaches us to savor the present moment, to notice the small blessings that often go unnoticed in the hustle and bustle of daily life. In the end, gratitude is a choice to focus on what is good, what is working, and what is worthy of appreciation. It is a choice that can transform our lives, our relationships, and our world. By practicing gratitude, we open ourselves to greater happiness, deeper connections, and a more fulfilling life. No matter where you are or what you are facing, there is always something to be thankful for. The more we make gratitude a habit, the more we realize that the world is full of gifts. Gifts that are often hidden in plain sight, waiting to be recognized and appreciated. Positivity is not just an individual pursuit. It has the power to create a ripple effect that extends far beyond ourselves. When we choose to stay positive, even in a world that often seems filled with negativity, we become a beacon of light for others. Our actions, words, and energy can inspire those around us to also embrace positivity, which can have a profound impact on our families, communities, and even the broader society. Spreading positivity is not just about making others feel good. It's about creating an environment where people feel supported, encouraged, and motivated to be the best versions of themselves. One of the most powerful ways to spread positivity is through our interactions with others. Each day we encounter countless opportunities to lift someone up, whether it's through a smile, a kind word, or a simple gesture of support. It doesn't take much to make a difference in someone's day. A compliment can brighten someone's mood. A listening ear can provide comfort. And a small act of kindness can restore someone's faith in humanity. These seemingly small actions may not always be noticed in the moment, but they have a lasting impact. When we choose to spread positivity, we create a ripple effect that can inspire others to do the same, creating a chain reaction of goodwill and kindness. But spreading positivity doesn't just benefit those around us, it also benefits ourselves. When we are kind and positive, we create an environment in which we can thrive. Positivity attracts positivity. When we approach life with an optimistic and hopeful mindset, we are more likely to attract people who share that same energy. We build stronger relationships, experience greater fulfillment, and create a sense of community and connection. Positive energy is magnetic. It draws people in, fosters collaboration, and encourages mutual support. When we choose to be a source of light, we surround ourselves with people who uplift and inspire us in return. There's also a unique power in being a positive influence in the lives of those who may be struggling or feeling lost. Many people are carrying burdens that we may not see, and sometimes the greatest gift we can offer is a sense of encouragement and hope. A few words of support or belief in someone's potential can make all the difference in how they see themselves and their ability to overcome challenges. By spreading positivity, we help others believe in themselves and take steps toward their own growth and healing. Just as we draw strength from the positivity of others, we can be that source of strength for those around us. Spreading positivity is an act of resilience. In a world where negativity often dominates the news and social media, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the weight of all that's wrong in the world. But staying positive is an act of defiance against that negativity. It's a conscious choice to focus on the good, to highlight the positive, and to be a light in the darkness. It's about rising above the noise of negativity and being a reminder to others that there is always hope, even in difficult times. Positivity is not about ignoring the harsh realities of life. It's about choosing to see beyond them, to focus on what we can control, and to offer our support to those who need it most. Moreover, spreading positivity has the power to transform entire communities. When one person begins to radiate positivity, they inspire others to do the same, and soon a culture of support, kindness, and encouragement takes root. In communities where positivity is valued, people are more likely to collaborate, to help one another, and to work toward common goals. Positive communities are stronger, more resilient, and more capable of navigating challenges because the individuals within them are supportive and united in their efforts. By choosing to be a source of positivity, we contribute to creating environments where people feel empowered to thrive. Positivity is also contagious within the workplace, schools, and social groups. When we bring a positive attitude to our professional or personal endeavors, it has the potential to motivate others to perform at their best. A positive leader fosters an atmosphere of trust and collaboration, encouraging team members to contribute their ideas, solve problems creatively, and support each other in their goals. The opportunity is also, I think, quite great for those of us who care to help make the world a better place. Truly, we have the possibility. In schools, positivity helps create an environment where students feel safe, valued, and confident in their ability to succeed. When we spread positivity in these environments, we not only improve morale, but we also create spaces where everyone feels empowered to reach their potential. The most profound aspect of spreading positivity is that it is a choice. We have the power to decide what energy we bring to the world every single day. Whether we are interacting with a colleague, a stranger, or a loved one, we can choose to be kind, patient, and encouraging. We can choose to listen, to show empathy, and to lift others up instead of tearing them down. The energy we put out into the world comes back to us in ways we often don't expect. By choosing positivity, we become part of a collective force for good, creating a world where kindness, compassion, and understanding are valued and shared. In the end, spreading positivity is about more than just improving the lives of others. It's about creating a world where love, joy, and hope are abundant. It's about using our individual power to uplift and inspire, to be a light in the world, and to show others that even in the darkest times, there is always something good to be found. When we choose to spread positivity, we not only make the world a better place for others, but we also create a life of fulfillment, connection, and purpose for ourselves.